this is a profoundly stupid resolution. Under Republican control, this chamber has become a place where trivial issues get debated passionately and important ones not at all. Republicans have focused more on censuring people in this Congress than passing bills that help people we represent or improving this country in any way. What a waste of time and money. They have turned this place into a joke. They came into the majority talking a big game, but it delivered nothing, not a single damn thing. They talk about passing this and passing that. All their hyper-partisan bills are going nowhere. What we're now doing is distracting from the fact that the Republican agenda has been a total and complete failure. The least productive Congress in history, the most rules failed in a single year. They dragged America to the brink of default twice, almost shut down the government, wasted weeks fighting about who should be speaker, hitting each other in the hallways, and it's all because we should be talking about important issues in this chamber, Mr. Speaker. We should be addressing the health care costs, helping Americans build economic security, competing with our adversaries abroad, and investing in our people at home. We just had a shooting in Las Vegas tonight. We should be talking about preventing gun violence in this country. And you have us here talking about how someone tried to go out the wrong door of the Cannon House office building. I mean, honestly, what the hell is wrong with you? Congressman Bowman apologized, and I want to read his statement so we can be clear about what we're talking about here today. Quote, today as I was rushing to make a vote, I came to a door that usually is open for votes, but today would not open. I am embarrassed to admit that I activated the fire alarm, mistakenly thinking it would open the door.
Hey, shut the fuck up, that lying bullshit. Think somebody fucking stupid.
He messed up. Like many of us do every day, he was rushing to get to votes. And guess what? No one was hurt. No one's life was put in danger. Votes went on like nothing happened. Anyone who works here knows that a fire alarm going off across the street won't impact votes going on here in the Capitol. And I find it terribly ironic that we are talking about censuring Mr. Bowman, yet we never censured any of our colleagues who tried to overturn the election on January 6th.
January 6th was a false fucking flag, bitch. We already know that. You gotta be a fucking asshole to not know that January 6th was a false fucking flag. Nobody ain't fucking stormed no fucking Capitol.
Yesterday about the January 6th video footage. Something he said stuck with me. Quote, we have to blur some of the people's faces who participated in the events of that day because we don't want them to be retaliated against and charged by the DOJ. End quote. So, just to be clear, Republicans want to protect the insurrectionists, shield them from accountability, the people who beat officers, kicked in doors, smashed windows, desecrated this building, and tried to take down our democracy. Not our doors, America's doors, America's offices, America's windows, and this is America's building that Trump's mob defiled. Speaker Johnson wants to protect the mob, but has us here debating this absurd censure. What a pathetic exercise in retaliation and revenge. What a petty thing it is to bring this garbage to the floor. Sadly, it's just a typical week for this disgraceful Republican majority. With that, I reserve, Mr. Speaker.
General reports. Gentlelady from Michigan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And to use that logic, well, then all those people should have just said sorry and we'd move on. Right? But no, we don't do that. And let me tell you, I take a little bit of offense to what the hell is wrong with me. I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with me. I took an oath to defend the Constitution, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Again, I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm going to hold the Constitution. And it's very simple. We really shouldn't even have this debate. If you break the law and you follow due process, there are consequences to your actions, even if you say sorry. So we can try all of the diversion tactics that we would like. It doesn't change the fact that someone broke the law and that someone should be held accountable. It is disappointing, Mr. Speaker, that their own party can't hold them accountable, that they have such hypocrisy. So with that, I yield 2 minutes to my friend from New York, Nicole Maley-Tackett.
Gentlelady is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We all remember that day. It was September 30th, 2023 at 11:59 a.m. That was when the Democrats actually called for a motion to adjourn. It was a tactic to stop the vote from taking place when we were just 12 hours away from a government shutdown. It was also the day that the leader on the other side tried to give a speech to delay the vote even further. But perhaps the most egregious thing we saw was when one of the members, remember, we are members of Congress, and a member on the other side of the aisle would pull a fire alarm to disrupt proceedings. It was certainly an attempt to interfere with an official proceeding. Now, the speaker who spoke on his behalf said, no, he was rushing for a vote. In fact, that's what the statement from Mr. Bowman was, that he was rushing for a vote. Then why, after pulling that alarm, did he show up to vote an hour later? If he was such a rush to come to the Capitol to vote, why did it take him an hour to actually cast his vote? That's the question that he should be answering, because nothing else truly makes sense. And the bottom line here is that he was charged with a crime after an investigation by the police. He did break the law. He did plead guilty. And we need to hold that member accountable.
Yep.
That is why we have brought this resolution today.
And I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about January 6th. January 6th was a false fucking flag done by Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the rest of them fucking criminals.
The old fire alarm trick. And there would be accountability for his students if they pulled the fire alarm. And so that is why we are here today, making sure that there is accountability. That's all that this is about. All right? It's not just accountability if Republicans do something. There's accountability if